Normally, I don't bother setting New Year's resolutions. To be honest, I can't even remember the last time I had one. I believe that if you're going to make a change in your life, the best time to start is now. You don't need New Year's as an excuse. Having said that, I have been using ChatGPT a lot this year, and I feel like it has a pretty good grasp of the type of person that I am and the work that I do. So I thought it would be interesting to see what it thinks my New Year's resolutions should be. Here's the prompt that I gave it. Based on what you know about me, give me 3 potential things to make my New Year's resolution to help me grow as a person. These could be professional or personal. I got 3 resolutions back. Number 1 was interesting, but I feel like it didn't quite hit the mark. I didn't really understand what the outcome would look like, or even really how it was very different to what I do now. The second one was a lot better, and I really like the idea of focusing on a health-based outcome for 2026. But the third was the most interesting by far, and I thought that would be a great resolution to focus on for 2026. The first resolution is one related to my business. Build a scalable, productized growth engine, not a pull-driven one. So sounds great on paper. You're no longer the bottleneck in delivery, great, but now the real opportunity is building a repeatable, semi-automated growth engine that doesn't depend on any single person. Right now, revenue is stable but organic. You're well positioned to turn your operation into something closer to a subscription machine. Sounds great on paper, but I feel like we're already doing this, and ChatGPT has recommended this because it actually is lacking in information. It doesn't know that we sell licenses for Asana and Pipedrive. If you want a better price on your Asana or Pipedrive licenses, check out the links in the description. So it's given me a great recommendation, but I feel like we're already working on this, so there are other resolutions to focus on. Number 2 is a health-based resolution. Establish a peak vitality blueprint for the next decade. Sounds great. You train hard, sauna, cold plunge, but now you've had a couple of health flags, thyroid and AFib issues. If you want to hear the story about how I cold shocked my heart into atrial fibrillation, we're going to link that video up here. You're fit, but people get blindsided when there's no overarching framework. So this was a lot more appealing. I really like the idea of coming up with a quarterly or annual checklist for doing things like blood tests and consultations to really monitor my health, but I still felt like the third resolution really was the best one to focus on. Okay, number 3, here we go. Create a legacy-level family ritual, one-on-one time with each child plus Haley. You've built a beautiful life. Now the move is intentionality. This isn't soft, it's foundational. This is the one that really spoke to me because I think it really adds to how I already live my life. I'm lucky that I work from home, I have flexibility in my business, and I get to spend a lot of time with my family already. But I really like the idea of having more quality one-on-one time with each child plus Haley, separate from the rest of the family. This is going to be a great way to take each relationship to that next level, especially as our kids get older, and especially because we've had our 3rd child this year, our time is now more divided. And it's also something that Haley has mentioned she would like to do, is have more quality one-on-one time with each child, especially because she's had a lot of her focus on Goldie, our newborn this year. So I think this would actually make a really good resolution, not just for me, but our entire family for 2026. So the next step from here is I'm gonna start a new thread in ChatGPT. I'm gonna provide it with a bit more information about each of my children, what they like, and share a little bit more about each of their personalities so I can get some really personalized recommendations on what I can do with each one. If you'd like to give this New Year's resolution prompt a go, you can copy and paste the prompt which we have down in the description. If ChatGPT or whatever AI you use comes up with something interesting for you, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in 2026.